Arab butcher finally falls asleep, wakes up in the morning. His wife slept through the evening, had no idea what was happening. And the Arab butcher goes over to his wife in the morning, wakes her up, and he says, "You're not going to believe this, but the most exciting thing happened to me last night. I got a blessing from the rabbi, the Chacham Yosef, to become very, very wealthy." And the wife says,
Just go to work and leave me alone. I don't want to hear about these blessings. Just go to work and make some money.
So the Arab butcher, even though he just ignored the fact that the wife just, didn't want to listen to him, but he just he completely absorbed the blessing of the rabbi, of the Chacham Yosef, and the whole day he was thinking about that something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. And then the next day goes by, and a day goes by, and nothing happens. And nothing spectacular. He's not really making any more money. As a matter of fact, he's making less money. And the wife keeps on jabbing about that.
Well, where's the extra money from the rabbi's blessing?
And his friends, the same thing. They're making fun of him because they found out the rumors going around. He got a blessing from the rabbi. And he says, well, where's the blessing? Where's the extra money? Where's the extra wealth? But he didn't care because he really believed in the Chacham Yosef. And he was just hoping that something was going to happen. The day goes by, and the next day, and the week goes by, and he's not making any more. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse. And it's gotten to the point where now he's only open 3 days in a week. And he's wondering, another store must have opened up. Maybe people are going to another store. He just can't figure it out. But not so many people are coming. He's making less money instead of more money. And it came to the point that one day he closed the store, and he says, I'm just not going to be open today. And he's walking around. And the people are laughing. There is the Arab butcher. Hey, the man with the blessings. Hey, how are you? And he just smiled and waved back, but he didn't care because the rabbi gave him a blessing. But he started to have some doubts, and because he's closing his store and he's walking around, and then all of a sudden he sees a strange, mysterious man riding into town on a mysterious horse. And you can tell that the horse was mysterious because the horse was wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses. And he gets off the horse, and this mysterious old man was walking around. He was wearing a long black cape with a black turban, and he's furtively looking around, glancing and looking, and trying to see something, and the Arab butcher's following him around because he's got nothing else to do, so he's following him around. And he's curious, and he goes over to him, taps him on the shoulder, and he's now looking straight into this old mysterious man's eyes. And he says, "Can I help you? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Arab Butcher. Can I help you?" And this mysterious old man says,
Yes, I am looking for a particular person that I need to work for me.
"Well, what kind of a particular person are you looking for?"
I need someone that is very honest. Someone who can keep a secret, keep his mouth shut. And someone I could trust. And someone who knows how to count money. Do you know someone like that?
And the Arab butcher's thinking to himself, he's got nothing to do. His butcher store is closed. And he's saying, yes, I do know someone like that. I know someone who's very, very honest, very, very loyal, who can keep a secret. I'm very good at that. It is I, the Arab butcher. I have a store, so of course I know how to handle money and to count. But what exactly is this job?
I I cannot tell you. It's a secret. However, I pay 1,000 rubles every month. After the 8th month, the job will be over. And then I give you a bonus of 1,000 rubles. Are you interested?
The Arab butcher is like, he doesn't know what this job is. I mean, who knows what this guy is? A mysterious guy. He looks funny, sounds funny, and that horse is wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses. Like, I don't know if I should do, but he's got no money. He's not making any. People are laughing at him, and his store is closed. So he says, okay, I shall do it. I shall do it. I will work for you. What do you want me to do?
Oh, the only thing you need to do is wait here. 8 o'clock in the morning, I shall pick you up. If you are here 1 minute late, you will not work for me again.
Yes, I shall be here. I shall be here. So the next morning, he gets there 5 minutes to 8. And exactly at 8 o'clock, this mysterious man comes into town, not on the horse, but he's coming in on a wagon pulled by 2 horses. And both horses were wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses. So finally, the old man, he gets off the wagon, he goes over to the Arab butcher, and he says,
Turn around, I need to blindfold you.
"You'll need to blindfold me? What do you mean you need to blindfold me? What do you mean?"
That's exactly what I mean. You cannot see where you are going.
So now the Arab butcher's saying to himself, I don't know what this job is. He's not telling me. He's blindfolding me. I mean, he could take me away somewhere and kill me. Somebody, this guy could be a crazy cuckoo head. Oh my gosh, what am I getting mixed up with? But he decided he's desperate. He has no money. And then the wife is yelling at him, and so he just says, "All right." Turns around and he gets blindfolded, and he gets put into the wagon. He's riding in the wagon for about an hour and a half. Finally, the wagon comes to a stop, and his arm is pulled, and he says,
Follow me, follow me.
So he's held on to by this old mysterious man, and they're walking through some grassy area, and they finally come to a house, and they take about 5 steps here, 5 steps to the right, walks down a staircase. All of a sudden, the blindfold is removed, and he looks around, and this room, it's about 10 feet by 10 feet, and it's just stacked with all kinds of coins, gold coins, silver coins, jewels, diamonds, scattered all over the place. He never saw so much money in his life. So he says, "What do you want me to do with this?"
I want you to count this. I want a pile of gold coins and count it. I want the pile of silver coins and count it. The diamonds and the jewels. The small coins, the large coins. I want you to count them all. And I want you to write out exactly how much I...
Where did you get...
You ask any questions. You ask me any questions. I will throw you out. You will never see this place again. You are not to ask any questions about anything, where the money came from, or what this is all about. Do you understand me?
Yes, yes. And with that, he begins the job that will last for 8 months. And every day he's picked up at 8 o'clock, and he's blindfolded, and it's about an hour and a half. And he's just thinking about what he's experiencing, going up a hill, down a hill. He hears waterfalls. He hears children playing. And it's usually the same thing every day. And finally, after an hour and a half, he walks through a field of grass, goes through a house, walks walks a few steps here. Then he goes to the right, walks on a staircase, removes the blindfold, and he continues to count the coins. 1 month goes by, he gets his 1,000 rubles. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. And the old man is pretty nice. Sometimes he gives him a little bit extra. And he comes exactly every morning at 8, and he gets dropped off exactly every day at 6. He doesn't tell even his wife what's going on. For all the wife knows, he's making his money in the butcher shop. But this is where he's at every day. And finally, it's the last day. It's the end of the 8th month. It's the last day. He's going to make his 1,000 rubles. And the extra 1,000 bonus rubles. But you know what happens? It's 8 o'clock. And the mysterious old man doesn't show up. And the Arab butcher says, "What is going on here? Why is he not here? It is the last day. He's supposed to pay me the 1,000 rubles and the bonus. It's impossible that if he's not here, he's not coming, because he's always here exactly on time. Oh no! Where is the old man? Is the old man not going to come?" And it's like 5 after 8, and it's 10 after 8. And the Arab butcher finally realizes that the old man is not coming today. And I am going to get gypped. I'm not going to get my 1,000 rubles and the 1,000 ruble bonus. Anyway, so he's walking slowly away from the square. And he can't understand, because this old man was always very straight, very honest, very nice. Even though he was mysterious and he was very quiet, but he always gave a little bit extra money. Once in a while he asked the Arab butcher, "What's going on in your family?" Whatever, small talk here. They seemed like a nice guy. Nothing that he did would he suspect that he would do this. And he's about to leave the center of the town, and all of a sudden the town crier gets on top of the main stage in the center of the town. And he, with his booming voice, he says, "Hey, there's going to be an auction later on today about 1 o'clock. Apparently there's an old man who died, who owned some property out in the mountains. He has no relatives, and it's going to be auctioned off today at 1 o'clock. All those who are interested in buying this broken down property in the mountains, come at 1 o'clock for the bidding." Arab butcher hears this, and he continues to walk, and all of a sudden he stops. And he was saying to himself,
Wait a minute. Well, maybe the old man who died last night,
maybe it's the old mysterious man. And that's why he didn't pick me up this morning, is because he died. And that's the house that's going to be auctioned. Nobody knows what's in the basement except for me. I must buy that house. I must come back to the auction.
But what happens if it's not the house?
I must take the chance and try to buy that house. Well, 1 o'clock. The Arab butcher's there, and with a few other people. People weren't really that interested. Once the bidding went to past 200, 300, 400 rubles, the people walked away. It went up for about 500 rubles. Not too many people were interested in buying broken down property in the mountains. So the property went to the Arab butcher, gave the 500 rubles. He got the deed to the property with the directions. He gets on his horse. He starts riding, and he remembers the experience when he was blindfolded. He was going up a hill, down a hill, and that's exactly where the directions were taking him. He was going up a hill, down a hill, and then all of a sudden he hears, "Oh, there's the waterfalls." That's what I heard. And then like a half hour later, he remembers hearing children, and there's a school. The children are playing in the yard. He goes, "My gosh, this could be the house. It's so far, everything is falling into place." And he gets off the horse, and he starts to walk through this field, and he comes to this broken down house. It's the first time he saw it, because till now he was blindfolded. He has the keys. He opens up the door. He closes his eyes. He takes 5 steps forward, then he makes a right, another 5 steps, opens up his eyes, he's at a door. Opens up the door, it's a staircase, leads down. Wow, so he finds something to light a torch and he starts walking down the staircase. And he finally comes to the final step and he looks around the room. It's a room about 10 feet by 10 feet. And guess what? Guess what? It was the room. It was the house. The old man did die last night. And he bought his house and now everything, all the gold, the silver, the jewels and diamond belongs to the Arab butcher. And he jumps and he swims into the coins. He's excited. Can't believe it. What will happen next?